Alright, what's up everybody? Settle on in. It's your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I'm here to bring you another entertaining video. As you guys know from my Goon series, oftentimes we take a look at characters, analyze what they've done to determine what kind of level Goon they are and how funny they are. And today, we are doing the Big Lizard Godzilla. Now, every Goon video, every Jobber video, I kind of try to title it according to the theme in the video, like kind of what the vibes were for the video. And this one, honestly, was a whole lot of property damage. So it's probably going to be called Godzilla being the god of property damage for however long this takes. I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, but once I got to that theme, it was pretty funny reading his comics. And as well as the last several moments will be from Godzilla Goes to Hell. So I hope you guys enjoy. That's one of the most popular Godzilla stories. And yeah, but anyways, if you are a Godzilla fan, make sure to run the likes up. Let's try to hit 500 likes. That would be amazing. But without further ado, let's begin. So, first moment to talk about for Godzilla is when he got into a squabble with Titanosaurus. Now, this was rough for the big-ass dinosaur monster he's fighting because Godzilla was not playing. I'm telling you, he literally got to swinging right away, caught one of his shits, was fucking him up in hand-to-hand combat. Watching Godzilla, that big-ass lizard, get active with, like, karate moves, it's comedy. I mean, y'all have all seen the old Godzilla clips. It is hilarious. But he does it in the comics, too. Like, he's pretty quick, and he has good hand-to-hand combat. And he beat the shit out of Titanosaurus. So, it was definitely funny. Next, we gotta talk about some serious property damage. Americans, stand up. We're not gonna take this shit, okay? He's not supposed to come over here and fuck our shit up. But the moment I'm talking about is when he was literally just walking by Mount Rushmore and blew it up. There's no plot. There's no reason behind it. He was literally just walking by it and decided to blow that shit up. Like, that's disrespectful. Alright, Americans, do we have to take this? You know, like, Godzilla needs to shut that mouth. We need to assemble the Avengers because that was bullshit. But yeah, he literally just blows up Mount Rushmore because he was walking by. Like, he didn't really have a reason. He's just an asshole. And he's the god of property damage. Now, this moment, not gonna lie to you, is a pretty god tier scaling moment in terms of property damage because what happened was there was this government technology that was being experimented on, and it had black hole type energy. And this energy was so ridiculous that it was stated to be, according to physics, unbreakable. Like, there's absolutely nothing in existence that could break it. Well, Godzilla pulled up, saw the hype, and said, damn that, and got to blasting. Tell me why Big Godzilla actually broke the experimental black hole energy. That's right. He broke what's supposed to be unbreakable. We support this particular property damage because he was killing the hype beast. He was sick of the talk and all the tweets, and he got rid of the fake hustle, okay? It wasn't the strongest in existence, and if it was, Godzilla's stronger, bitch. So he had to vibe check the community with that one, and I appreciated it. As we continue into the video, we're actually getting closer to some of his most expensive squabbles and property damage. So when he was in the trenches one time against King Ghidorah, fighting it out against, obviously King Ghidorah is fucking dangerous, but he's swinging for the fences. One of their beam clashes almost destroyed DC. Just DC almost took an entire L just for being there when Godzilla is swinging for his life. So yeah, that beam clash alone quite literally almost soloed the entirety of the city of DC, which would have been at least billions in property damage. It would have been horrible, not to mention loss of life. Now this moment, we have to give him his flowers for property damage because he really did do a stupid amount of damage. So In this particular moment, we saw Godzilla fighting either like 2 or 3 other kaiju, and they all had a massive beam clash that ended up annihilating the entirety of I believe it was New York. Yeah, it was New York. They blew up New York in their battle. So yeah, when it comes to his biggest property damage moments, this moment certainly got to be up there because he folded New York in the clash. Next moment, it's a culture moment. We have to shout out to Godzilla for stepping up, man. So he got a lot of shit for being a big ass lizard. Can you actually do anything, or are you just a big ass lizard? Took that to heart. He played Charles Barkley in the Canyon and basketball. Now, win or lose, mad respect to him for stepping up and playing Sir Charles. But even better, the boy was left with serious drip. Peep the scan. The man had some fresh ass custom Nikes on his feet. This was crazy to see Godzilla just swagged out like that. But he did that shit, man. He had to for the culture. So definitely shout out to Godzilla for his kick selection. This next moment, it's not his fault that it went down in crazy fashion. You see, my boy got in a bit of a squabble with an island. But he wasn't just fighting this inanimate object. It was an island that came to life and was literally a monster made of the island in its entirety. And he slugged it out with him. He was like, fuck it, dude. Run up, get done up. And started blasting away at this island. It's funny to think about, like, an island coming to life and just swinging on Godzilla. That's why I put it in here. Because Godzilla, he's seen everything. So he wasn't shocked, and he started blasting away. So shout out to Godzilla for fighting that island. Next, the time Godzilla had to vibe check Mother Nature. This is comedy. So Godzilla was taking a nap, right? Or at least he was trying to. And this big ass volcano starts erupting. And the lava's hitting Godzilla. And the comic goes, yo, like, even though he's Godzilla, a volcano erupting on his head is not fun. It's gonna mess up his nap, like, obviously. So he was like, damn that. Gets up, pulls up on the volcano, and blasts it until it stops erupting. Literally vibe checks the volcano, and he's like, shut that shit off. And blasts away until it stops erupting. So just the fact he's vibe checking Mother Nature, like he's really got the juice like that, is crazy. So I had to throw it on the list. Next is a Goon feat because of who he's going against. And we have to question physics on this one and how the hell this was possible. So if you didn't know, Godzilla's had crossovers with Marvel Comics. Most Godzilla fans know this. And at one point, he gets in a shoving match with Thor Odinson. Now, the reason this is crazy is because they have a building in between them that they're pushing at each other. And as a result, nothing happens. Like, they're equal in strength pushing. And so nothing really was happening. But I'm like, yo, how is that building not just instantly dust? Like, both these characters are stupidly strong. This building should not exist at this current point, but it did. So shout out to that building for having A1 fucking maintenance on it, because it was withstanding a god and Godzilla in a shoving match. Next, we got to give him credit for this because he pulled up on a certified goon. So I was kind of shocked he did this. Because, not just anyone pulls up on Ben Grimm. But anyways, so Godzilla at one point, he's a little smaller than usual, got shrunken down, gets into a brawl with the Fantastic Four. And at one point, he rocked the shit out of Thing. Now, he didn't knock him out or anything, but he did knock him back to the point that Ben Grimm felt mad disrespected and was like, nah, I gotta pull up, damn that. And just started trying to rush Godzilla and take him out. So the fact that he pissed off a Thing like that and was able to rock his shit, even though he shrunk, I gotta give him respect for that. Hell of a Goon moment. Next, this is probably one of his funniest moments because it was so unnecessary. But again, like I said, Godzilla was dealing with shrinking. And he shrunk down, completely, to the point that he was the size of a rat. How do we know this? Because Godzilla actually goes in the trenches and gets into a squabble with a literal rat. That's right. Godzilla had to box a rat, and when he was fighting this rat, eventually threw it off him, blasted away with his breath, and he one-shot the rat, put him in a coffin. Like, he was smoking rat ashes after that shit. He's like, get off me, pussy, and beat the shit out of that rat. Just the fact that he went down and folded a rat like that, I don't know. The way the battle's drawn is comedy to me, and definitely was one of his funniest moments. Next, this is a major moment and final moment before we get into Godzilla in Hell. But this is a major property damage moment because it's an iconic location and it's a lot of money. So Godzilla at one point stands up under the Golden Gate Bridge and completely destroys it. Hell of a property damage moment. Again, it's iconic in American history. The bridge is, at least, and the fact he just crumpled it, didn't really give a shit. Goon moment because terrible property damage. Now, we get to Godzilla Goes to Hell. Let me know in the comment section what you thought of this run. It's like a 5-issue run. I wasn't particularly fond of it. Like, it didn't do much for me. Didn't really make much sense. I don't know. It wasn't crazy to me, but it did give us a lot of action sequences. So we're going to review some of those because they definitely deserve to make the Goon video. Now, first of all, he arrives in Hell and immediately was spazzing. I'm talking about literally lands, looks around, he's like, yeah, I could tell this is some bullshit, and just starts blasting at whatever's near him, and was blasting apart demonic beings, and began his journey across this particular layer of Hell, because Hell, of course, is layered, and it's not just a simple place. So he begins his journey, and he runs into what looks like himself. And he's like, what's up, bitch? And of course, this fake Godzilla starts shape-shifting, and we realize it's a demon shape-shifting monster, and immediately it engages with Godzilla. Of course, Godzilla's not having it. Thanks to his iconic breath, he's able to blast away at this disgusting demon monster and get the W as he's forced to advance in Hell. Next, we see that he is traveling through Hell, and it's called like the Void of Hell, an endless void, all this shit. And he sees some of his old ops in there, like Rodan. Like, there's a bunch of them, and he's like, damn that, they can get the hands again. I don't care if we're in the afterlife. And so he starts swinging on his old ops just because he's like, I don't give a shit if this is a different time, a different land. Once an op, always an op. That's the mindset of Godzilla. And he immediately started trying to put in work with his breath on all his ops, and he was blasting away at them. This is when we see Godzilla bust through another layer in Hell, as which his old ops are possessed by demons. So, of course, he's not really fighting his typical ops. They're completely switched up because they're demons. They're possessed, and they're just demons taking form. So, he's busting through layers of Hell, fighting different enemies that he used to know, and he's putting in work, I'm not gonna lie. Like, for someone that's forced to run the 1v everybody, he's not doing a bad job, and he has to completely fight through several of his old enemies now possessed by demons. Next moment is the betrayal of the angels. Okay, so he had these angel-looking beings helping him fight against Space Godzilla at one point in a different layer in Hell. This was a difficult fight, but with the combined efforts, Godzilla was able to put away Space Godzilla. And the angels were like, yo, so since we helped you win, like, we teamed up with you, you're gonna roll with us now. Like, that's it. Like, I'm glad we have an agreement. And Godzilla just started eating him. Like, he didn't care. He was like, fuck y'all. This is a one-man show. And started consuming the angels that helped him get the W. Goon shit. Next, this is basically the final battle for him. And if you like this video, please hit the like button. It helps my channel grow. And go check out the coffee shop. I just dropped like 3 straight videos over there. Whole bunch of new content. Definitely go check it out. It's super dope. But anyways, getting back to this to finish off the video. We see him take on a Cthulhu type looking monster at the end of hell. It was on this pedestal. And Godzilla saw it. Got consumed by these little demon monsters. And then came back. Reshaped by them. And blasts away at this monster and appears to defeat it as he ascends the throne and is implied to be called the big dog in hell as he defeats the final boss. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think of the video. What was your favorite moment in this video for Godzilla? And do you want to see a part 2 with like movie moments from all his movies throughout time? Let me know in the comment section down below, but thank you so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons, and I will see y'all later. Peace.